Even as a child, I was expected to become a doctor.
The society expects the role of leadership belongs to men.
Dulu begitu memang hatiku mau sekali menolong orang.
Even as a child, I was expected to become a doctor. And while I was pursuing my medical studies, I was married. I was expecting my first child before I even graduated from med school. That was a very challenging period because I was a good student in college and I really wanted to continue my education. That was something that I couldn't really do because I was at home being a full-time mom, and that kind of drove me crazy. So I applied to US to get an MBA in healthcare. I got selected. My daughter was 3 years old and the whole family drama was there, asking how can a mom actually leave the child back home and go and study, and it was a hard choice. A lot of questions and a lot of criticisms, but I'm glad I took the choice. Definitely, if I had to walk the path again, I would be doing exactly the same thing, no change at all.
My dream had always been to work more closely with women, to help them achieve their dreams, and Luala provided me with that opportunity. In the beginning, when I came, it was a bit hard for me because my family was in Kisumu, and then relocating to this place, it's a very low resource setting. So it was a bit difficult to figure out how things were going to be. I have a husband and 2 children. Ethan is 3 and Maya is 6. Both of them live with the dad because around here it was a bit difficult to find good schools for them. So we talked about it and my husband agreed to take care of them in Kisumu. So I work Monday to Friday, but then over the weekends I travel to Kisumu, which is 2.5 hours away from here. So I go to Kisumu every weekend and then I return on Monday. Yes.
Nama saya Rohani Dentekne. Saya lahir di Tombolo Pau. Nanti saya sudah nikah, saya ke sini di Bangkeng Batu, tinggal di gunung. Ya, saya cuma SMP dan saya ini jadi kader. Kan dulunya itu di anu itu kalau lahir anak di sini dipotong pakai bambu. Dipotong pakai bambu, baru seketika saya masuk kader, saya ambil itu alat dari puskesmas putih, alat untuk memotong ari-ari pada tahun tanggal 30 Juli 1997, dan 4 hari kemudian saya melahirkan anak keempat dan saya pertama kali memakai itu. Ini saya itu membantu masyarakat di sini karena kasihan sekali kalau tidak ada yang bisa membawa ke puskesmas. Lumayan kalau membantu masyarakat, membantu menjadi cuma kader.
My name is Mercy Owur. I'm the Community Programs Director at Luala Community Alliance. Right now we are going to visit the hospital. We are going to take a tour at the hospital. Yeah, so this is the MCH clinic. We are having a few mothers who just had their babies and they are here for immunization. Oh, in 2012, we started a program that supported particularly pregnant women and also children. Because previously in this community, people never used to come to the hospital for delivery or even for immunization or bring in their children whenever they were sick. So because of that and because many children used to die, we started a program. We called it Safe Babies then because it was targeting pregnant women throughout their continuum of care. But then we again realized that once the children are fully immunized, at 9 months, then they were still susceptible to other common childhood illnesses. Oh, sawa rite maber. Kiki we gimoro chande. Sawa. Umepona iya. Oh, to ngima mar nyithindo ini nyalo wacho nikech ng'eny chuo to neno ni oko chuno gi ahinya.
Ngima mar nyathi. An to kanyalo wacho ni nyathi kobedo matuo, kata ka no en gi dalili moro maber to iringa kode mondo pi kode oti. Nikech kaluwore nitie nyathiwa mokwongo nwadeko go kamane od thieth karo ka nwabiro ka to nokete me oxygen to kotere tabaka to dhi otho. Koro nyaka nche wayud ma to koro ok wang'e ni yore mag thieth. Kobedo matuo to waringa kode piyo piyo.
No jaigneni.
En jadweche
Dweche 9. Tang' mano ndeki koso nokowacho.
Noyudo koremo matin.
Remo matin go. Nikech malaria. Malaria is one of the main killers. So in the program, we decided to train the community healthcare workers to provide community case management for malaria.
Good boy. From now we are testing malaria management in the community level. So we want to test them if we can find when they are having malaria in the household level. Yeah.
So they identify children who have signs and symptoms of malaria. They test them with the rapid diagnostic test kits and then give them treatment. By the time I was coming to the organization, children were never counted and their deaths did not matter so much because there were so many children dying. And the community were at that point where they felt eulogizing all the kids who die is just too many for them. So when we came with the program, we decided to make the community know that the children matter, their lives are important, they are named when they are born and their deaths matter. So through the enrollment into the program, we have been able to save so many lives, because of the work of the community health workers and also the hospital staff here. They are working day and night to make sure every child sees their 5th birthday. And I'm proud to say, at this point, so many children from this community are over 5 years, compared to the way it used to be before.
Saya itu kalau saya ke pasar, saya biasa membawa macam-macam jualan, biar satu sedikit. Biasa bawa cabai 5 liter kah, coklat, kalau musimnya juga ada juga tas sedikit, cengkeh, kunyit. 2.500 per kilo. Jadi kalau saya ketemu ibu hamil, saya bilang sama ibu hamil, main jaki maris, sudah jaki periksa. Sudah jaki periksa, Bu. Kalau sekarang itu penting sekali pemeriksaan. Sudah jaki periksa, cek anak Baita, apakah baik-baik saja atau bagaimana. Kan sekarang itu kita itu sangat dianjurkan ke puskesmas karena kita tidak mau lagi ada kematian ibu dan anak. Jadi saya itu sarankan kepada ibu kalau belum pergi ke puskesmas, di puskesmas itu bidan-bidannya baik-baik di sana. Kalau kita itu sudah menelpon dia, pasti dia tunggu di luar. Selama kita bekerja sama dengan puskesmas, itu ibu yang meninggal, bayi yang meninggal udah berkurang. Ini kartu kisnya kasih baik ini juga. Ingat kalau setiap mau periksa bawa ini yang 2. Memang dulu di gunung bayinya itu banyak yang meninggal karena itu kan dari potong ari-arinya dari banyak karena itu kalau ada orang melahirkan kan biasanya pendarahan. Jadi itu kalau pendarahan tidak ditolong oleh dokter, di situ banyak meninggal ibunya. Jadi beda sekali. Sekarang selama kita bekerja sama dengan bidan dan dokter, ada saja yang meninggal, tapi yang
I'm Dr. Sharmila Anand. I lead an organization called SEHPL, which is a social enterprise looking at skilling across the spectrum in the field of healthcare. What we did was to offer the X-ray technician course to students who were interested in becoming X-ray technicians.
Okay. The position is okay.
Today, finding trained technicians in hospitals is actually a challenge. For example, if we're talking about mammography, finding a female technician is a challenge, and here almost 80% of our students are females. I also see more students from villages opting for these programs. One of our students is an HIV positive mother who has an affected child as well, a 9-year-old. She travels 4 hours every day just to come to the center to attend the class, with the hope that she will be able to finish the program and get an employment where she can take care of her son in a more dignified way.
Okay, whatever you can talk with us, that's okay. I am coming from Tirthani, nearby village KG Kandigai.
She takes a train at 5 o'clock in the morning and reaches the center by 10 o'clock. And then she leaves here by 3 o'clock in the evening and then goes back home late in the night at 8 o'clock. She was not even accepted in her family, in her surroundings, and she felt like she was completely discriminated, and that's when she got to know about our program and came and joined the program. And today she feels that she has an entire family out here, from students to staff to management to everyone looking out for her.
ஹெல்த் எஜுகேஷன் தெரிஞ்சும் நீங்கள் என்கிட்ட பேசுகிறீங்க பாரு, இது எனக்கு லைஃப் லாங் இருக்கும். கடைசி காலகட்டத்தில் போகிற வரைக்கும் என்னுடைய உங்கள் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் நான் நிறைய பேரை நிறைய கோவத்தில் யாஸ்மினை கற்றுக்கொண்டேன்.
One of my personal missions is to ensure that my programs are accessible to young girls, no matter where they live and what kind of financial situations they are in. So what my team does is goes out to the villages and talks to girls and their families about the program. We are met with all types of reactions. Some families believe women's place is in the home and in the kitchen and don't believe that they should pursue any education at all. We have some who who are very supportive of their daughters getting an education so they can become independent.
டெய்லி 5 மணி நேரம் குழந்தை போயிட்டு வருதுல்ல, வந்தோன்னு அப்படியே டயர்டாக அப்படியே படுத்துருவா. ஆனால் என்னம்மா இங்கே கேட்டாக்க அது மாதிரி கேஸு நிறைய வருதுமா, 70 வருது, 80 வருது, 100 கூட வருதுமா ஒரு நேரத்தில்.
தைரியமாக இருக்கா? இப்போ எந்த ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் போனாலும்
கேஸ் பார்க்கறது பெரிய விஷயமாச்சு. நானே பரவாயில்ல இவ்வளோ இதுவும் பார்த்துட்டு வரல அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் இது பண்ண நெஞ்சழுத்தம் இருக்குது, கொஞ்சம் தைரியம் இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நினச்சிப்பேன். நான் ரொம்ப பயந்து சுபாவம் நிறைய இருந்தது இவளுக்கு. இப்போ ஒரு அளவுக்கு பரவாயில்ல. ஆனால்
வெரி குட், நல்லா பண்ணுவீங்கம்மா.
ஏன்னா அந்த அளவுக்கு அந்த சார் நல்லா சொல்லி.
ஐ யூ ஹாப்பி?
Very happy, ma'am. I'm going to travel Chennai Tenambit, Mariam Diagnostic Center. I take X-ray, 30 X-ray, 1 day of chest X-ray. He's my dad.
எல்லா வேலையுமே
படிக்கவும் வேணும், வேலையும்
செய்யணும், வெளியே உலகமும் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அதான்.
So he wants her to.
இருந்துட்டா எப்படி ஆகுது?
He's saying
அடிமை மாதிரி அது.
Correct. Saying she's not a slave to stay there inside the kitchen is what the father says. Yes.
Ada ibu mau melahirkan. Akhirnya dia datang ke puskesmas, lahirnya normal, anunya normal, hari-harinya keluar normal. Akhirnya dia itu sudah dikasih makan, baru dia istirahat. Setelah itu bidangnya kan sudah selesai, sudah beres. Itu anunya bila bersih mi, baik-baik mi pasiennya. Akhirnya pasiennya bidangnya keluar, itu pasien itu tiba-tiba sakit karena sudah makan bakso. Saya itu tahu, saya langsung lari ke sana, lihat orangnya. Kenapa dia bisa begini? Kenapa dia bisa sakit? Nah ini tadi katanya baik-baik saja. Saya panik. Kan saya pernah lihat begitu, saya panik, saya tidak mau lagi lihat lagi ibu-ibu yang meninggal gara-gara. Saya panik, kan kebiasaan saya kalau begitu supaya ibunya baik-baik aja, dikasih minum. Kasih air minum, dia kasih saya kasih minum dia. Kan jadi sudah saya kasih minum, saya suruh baca-baca doa supaya mengingat kepada Allah, berlindung kepada Allah, jangan lupa kepada Allah. Akhirnya saya itu jangan takut. Membantu bidang dan cobanya bisa, saya lagi melebihi itu bidang. Saya itu suka sekali menolong walaupun di luar desa saya. Saya itu alhamdulillah kalau ada pendidikan yang lebih tinggi dan saya bisa diangkat menjadi lebih tinggi lagi, tapi saya itu kan sudah tua. Jadi ya akan kita lakukan dulu dari kaki 1, 2, 3. Iya. Kami jadi saya itu tapi saya bukan karena mau digaji atau mau apalah, mau imbalan atau mau dipuji-puji sama keluarganya orang, tapi dari dalam hati saya tumbuh mau itu jadi begitu, menolong orang. Dari dulu begitu memang hatiku mau sekali menolong orang. Tidak, walaupun saya tidak jadi bidang, tapi saya suka menolong begitu. Saya bangga sekali bisa menyelamatkan orang.
Yeah, it's the pain. Yeah. The child is feeling. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, and that's what's scaring me. Because I know she's going through so much pain. Yeah. And I hope this is going to help. It was a bit hard for me, particularly for me, because we experienced and we saw a child, 1 year, 9 months old girl, who had gotten burned, and the reason she got burned was because they were playing with the sibling, but then an older sibling pushed her, and she dropped inside a boiling pot, and she got burned from waist downwards. So when we were there in the morning with the clinical staff doing their rounds, they were cleaning the burn, and that was so hard. Because I was trying to imagine my own child going through that. And my children are much older than that little girl. So next time jaribu sana. Kitu kama hii sifanyike tena. Usiwache wanacheza peke yao kama kuna moto karibu. Yeah, I'm telling her when she goes back home, she should make sure this doesn't happen again by keeping all the children away from the fire. Yeah, they should always play away from the fire, because this is so much pain for the child, and this should never happen to any child, any other child, even this one. It should never happen again. Yeah. Bringing a life into the society, you always want to protect that life. You always dream to support that life and to see how they're going to end up, and also so that they can fulfill their purpose, their reason for being. So that situation where children were dying and they were not counted, nobody knew, nobody reported, that for me was the point that everything changed. Because it is not normal for a mother to lose a child. It is not normal. It has never been normal. It will never be normal.
So, this is the picture. This is the picture. The picture. Yeah. This is right before I left to the US, and we got this picture on. Both of us have clearly faked it, that we're looking really up.
Yeah. I actually accompanied her to the airport, and I remember her walking away, and oh god, that was bad. But yeah, you could just see it on her face, all the sadness. Sad.
Come on now.
It was challenging to leave Ashley and go, but what I learned there and what she learned here while I was not there has been phenomenal, and I'm glad it happened the way it happened, because we've been able to achieve more than what we would have been able to achieve by just staying in one place or staying close to each other. So
okay, now
when I see that we've been able to translate this into actual work in the community, I find that all the challenges that we went through have actually benefited and have been able to translate into meaningful purpose for someone's life.
எனக்கு வந்து பெருசாக ஒன்று எல்லாருக்கிட்டையும் போய் பேசி அவங்களுக்கு வந்து அவங்கக்கிட்ட சொல்லணும் எஜுகேஷனாக ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் இல்லை, அது வந்து அவேர்னஸ் க்ரியேட் பண்ணி அவங்க வந்து
Children don't ever listen to you, they just observe you and follow what you're doing, and that's been the one that she's always spoken to me about, me being her role model. And I was really impressed to see her getting involved in the different activities that I do, and even volunteer her time during vacations to go out and educate young girls on the importance of continuing education and becoming independent.
சொல்லுங்க ஐயா. பாப்பா வந்து படிக்கிறதுக்கு வந்து கேட்டோம், ஏன் வேண்டாம் அப்படின்னு ஃபீல் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க?
படிக்கணும்னு தான் அவங்களுக்கு ஆசை இருந்தது, எனக்கு ஆசை இருந்தது, அதனால தான் அனுப்பிச்சேன். சமீபத்தில் எனக்கும் வேலை கொஞ்சம் குறைவாகி போச்சு. அதனால் அவங்க கொஞ்சம் வேலைக்கு போனால் தான் குடும்ப வசதி பார்க்க முடியும். வந்து 3 பசங்க ஆகி போச்சு. நானும் வேலைக்கு போவேன், வீட்டில் இருந்தால் ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியும். அதனால் வந்து தான் படிக்கின்ற சூழ்நிலை தான் வந்து பண்ணேன்.
ஸோ என்ன வேலை பண்ணுறீங்கம்மா நீங்கள்?
எக்ஸ்போர்ட் கம்பெனி வேலை.
எக்ஸ்போர்ட் கம்பெனியில் வேலை போகிறீங்க. என்ன படிச்சிருக்கீங்க?
+2 முடிச்சிருக்கேன்.
+2 முடிச்சிருக்கீங்க. இங்கிலீஷ் தெரியுமா?
கொஞ்சம் தெரியும்.
மேலே படிக்கணும்னு ஆசை இருக்கா? ஆசை இருக்கு. ஆறாவது மாசத்துலேருந்து இவங்களுக்கு வந்து வேலை சம்பாரிச்சுக்கிட்டே வேலை செய்கிற மாதிரி வந்து ஒரு படிக்கிற மாதிரி வந்து ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி ஏற்படுத்து. அதுதான் நம்ம மற்ற பிள்ளைங்க ஹரிணி இவங்கெல்லாம் வந்து பண்ணுறது. நீங்கள் ஒன்று படிக்கணும்னு ஆசை இருக்கா? ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கொடுத்தா படிக்கியா? If given an opportunity, she wants to study. என்னமா நீங்களும் படிக்கணுமா?
9வது படிச்சிக்கிறேன் இப்பதான்.
50ஆவதா?
9வது.
9வது தான். அதான் கேட்டேன். என்னோட
Dan saya tidak masak atau tidak ada apa di belakang, saya langsung lari kalau dia bilang orang, biasa tidak masakin nasiku, sayurku belum beres. Saya bilang, ada orang sakit atau ada orang mau melahirkan. Saya pagi langsung ketinggalkan rumah. Saya bilang, tidak marah-marah, dia bilang tidak. Begitu saya bersyukur kepada Allah punya suami seperti dia, selalu mendukung saya menolong orang. Alhamdulillah.
Each one of the challenges that I faced, each one of the criticisms, each one of the insults have all been absolutely worth it. And I am so grateful for having them, because had I not been challenged, had I not faced those resistance, I would never have understood how much more I could do.
My role model princess. So that's what she is.
If we don't do something now, and we might not have the leaders for tomorrow. So that is what has been driving me to continue doing this. I love my family, I love my children, I love my husband, but I also love what I do. I would personally encourage other women and also the men to be supportive of the women who are pursuing their careers and pursuing their dreams for the good of the women and children, and even for the society. Because when you tell people not to pursue what they believe in, then you're probably blocking something that would have saved so many lives.